Well, he was a notorious Vancouver gangster who fell in love with organized crime. Joe Calandino, he's written a book about his story of recovery and redemption. It's called To Hell and Back. It's a fascinating read if you get the chance. And we're pleased to welcome in Joe here on CTV Morning Live. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Talk about in the book that some guys love school, whether it be math class or phys ed. When you were in school, you loved Fighting 101.
Yes, I loved Fighting 101. My sense of purpose in high school was hanging out with guys that, you know, identified with using drugs, fighting, going through the lifestyle, kind of like back in the day when you read The Outsiders, The Rumbles, you know. And for me, that was my social place. And I was fortunate to have the co-author of the book, Gary Little, as my counselor back in the day, that tried to keep us engaged and connected to our school no matter what the cost.
Didn't quite work, though, did it?
I graduated.
Well, yeah, you did. You also graduated into becoming a member of the Hells Angels, and it was, by reading the book, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, you probably would have been drawn there eventually, but more kind of inspired by a friend named Naz, who did pass away. His dying wish was that he wanted to be a member of the Angels. Yeah,
you know, we were around the lifestyle per se, and, you know, we hung out and we were around it, and, you know, Naz passed tragically in a car accident, and we made that bond, and I gave my word, and I continued on the journey, and I achieved becoming a full-patch member of the Nomads Hells Angels.
So I guess you're living your dream. It's money and drugs and women and the like. And then it was an incident in Kelowna that pretty much spelled the end of your time at the Angels.
Yeah, my behavior was erratic, to say the least. My usage was spiraling out of control. They did not like the attention they were receiving on my behalf, and they had had enough. And when they had enough, they kicked me out. I then spiraled into addiction, and I just, you know, you didn't know anything anymore. It was the life I had lived for so many years, and the addiction had a stranglehold on me. And not knowing any way out after that Kelowna casino fight, I spiraled right into the Lower East Side of Hastings and Maine in Vancouver.
Drug-infested crack house dens and the like, and it was a story that a gentleman by the name of Kevin Torvik that you had gone to school with. You went one way, he became a police officer, went the completely opposite direction, but it's when you were in that jail cell that he came to visit you with a bag full of McDonald's food.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't one attempt, it was multiple attempts. He was a biker gang task force. I was an ex-full patch member of the Hells Angels. And yeah, from there it was you know, multiple attempts, because nobody has a magic wand for somebody that's in addiction. And one time I just looked up at him and said, I never want to see a kid go through this. And he looked at me and said, are you kidding me right now? You can't even help yourself. And eventually we took baby steps. And
he stuck with you.
He did. He did.
And today you're part of the movement, Yo Bro, Yo Girl, helping kids at risk. So you're living proof that you could live what you lived through and show kids what happened and tell them, and what's the message that you give these kids?
Well, you don't have to stop what you haven't started. And the co-founder, Brenda, has been an educator for over 20 years. Currently my wife as well, how life comes to be. I ended up with an educator. She does all the curriculum development and all that kind of stuff, but our message is very clear. You don't have to stop what you haven't started. And if you have started, stop now. And here's the reasons why. And that's part of the book.
In the book, To Hell and Back, some amazing pictures in here. We wanted to share this, if we can, Mike. There we go. There are your 4 boys, and you obviously live for them, right? Mm-hmm. What are their names?
Dominic, Mateo, Jojo, and Luca.
Love it. How old's the oldest?
15.
And then the youngest would be?
About 8.
Right on. That story and how your kids have helped you too. We got to help one kid out there, right? At least one. We'll start with one.
Yep, that's all you can do, one at a time.
Good stuff. We have more on our website, edmonton.ctvnews.ca. Joe, have a great day.
Thank you.